Welcome to New Zealand Dairy Careers. My name is Simon Nikoloff. I'm Program Director for the Dairy Management Training Program, a 2-year live, learn and earn internship based here in the central South Island of New Zealand. The New Zealand Dairy Careers Dairy Management Training Program is a 2-year live, learn and earn internship where you'll learn from the best techniques from the top farmers, be paid top money and have valuable skills to take home. We're now going to hear from some New Zealand Dairy Careers candidates and also their farm managers.
I'm from Holland. I came from the south of Holland 6 months ago. I'm now 6 months here in New Zealand. Before I came to New Zealand, I did a 4-year education of agriculture, especially on dairy farming. And I worked the last years on different farms back home in the neighborhood. And I did also experience in Canada on a farm, on a 600 cow farm, and now I'm here. All the experience I did before was all inside barns. The cows are all inside and just a little bit pasture. But here in New Zealand, it's all pasture based, and that's a big difference. You're working all day outside, and in Holland, the big part of the work is inside, and that's for me the biggest difference between New Zealand and other. We did back home a little bit fencing, but when you're here, you have to do a lot more fencing stuff, and that's the big difference. The manager on my farm let me do some calculate some pasture feeding stuff for what the cows need, the breaks and all that, and that's new for me because back home when we feed the cows, we calculate how many feed they need in the barn, and you can calculate it exactly. And here you have to watch the cows in the paddocks for how many feed they need, and you have to feed them when they didn't have enough. You can feed them in the paddock or just a bit in the shed, but it's a different kind of work. Yeah, I like working outside, and that's good. And sometimes when it's raining all day, then you have a day you think from, oh, I wish I was in the barn, but it's good. My rosters, on the farm I am now, I have 11-3. We start milking at 4:45, and then we finished at 8 o'clock, and then we have breakfast for an hour, and then we do the farm work, just like fencing, and now in the spring you have to feed the cows also, just because there's not enough grass growing. And then we have in the afternoon an hour for lunch. And then in the afternoon we start at 2:30, 3 o'clock milking cows again. And then we finish at 5 o'clock. It's mostly all the farms I see, 5, 6 o'clock done. And that's it's a good thing. I have a separate home for myself, and just our own bedroom, bathroom, own kitchen, and everything what I need. Sometimes I think maybe after 2 years I go back home and find a job, but sometimes you think, my dream is to have a farm, and in Holland it's impossible for me, I think. And here, here it's possible, I think, but maybe in 10 years or, I'm not sure about that, but you never know. You have to know that it's a long days sometimes, especially in calving time. It's a big experience. You see more than only Holland. You see more from the world, and it's a different kind of farming. It's interesting.
Yeah, I just graduated the secondary school. So I didn't have agricultural school or something, but I had a lot of experience on farms because I grew up on farms. My grandparents had a dairy farm, and I also worked for a man in a neighborhood. Sometimes I helped him out with the milking, so things like that, when he didn't have much time. Actually, I didn't know what to do very good after I graduated secondary school. I thought I was ready for an experience and a big adventure, and New Zealand was a big adventure. It seems to it seems like a big adventure to me. And it's also just to know myself better, and it's also good to be away from the system. You have to live on your own and make your own food, make your own meals and wash your clothes and things like that. So, yeah. So we don't have the space in Holland to have big dairy farms. It's just in Holland when you have 300 cows or something like that, then you have a big farm, and a lot of things are different, the sizes and the size of the farm and of the herds. The cows are different in Holland. They are bigger because they don't have to walk so much like here. Yeah, irrigation. We do irrigation here every day. I'm living in quite a big house actually with another flatmate, and I have a separate bedroom of course and a separate bathroom, and we share the kitchen and the living room. But it's good. It's going well. It's just we have our own spaces, and that's good. I think there are a lot of opportunities here for me in New Zealand and for people from Holland who want to grow in the dairy farming, because in Holland there's just not much opportunities because it's so small. I'm quite young, so that would be possible if I work very hard. And yeah. But first I have to, if I want to do that, I first have to share milk. New Zealand is a beautiful country, of course. And yeah, that it's probably difficult in the first months, or that you have to get used to all the other things because it's very different. But yeah, you get used to it very quickly actually.
As I always say, I'm the living example of what you can do in New Zealand. You know, you have to have certain values. You have to work hard, you have to save hard, you have to have a lot of discipline, and also you have to be capable to learn a new system, possibly a new way of life. Yes. You have to also be open to mix with people from other cultures, and maybe even to learn another language. And if you do all those steps, which are not easy, but you can achieve big goals. We've got 240 hectares available for those cows to graze on this flat land. Everyone involved with dairying should be aware that New Zealand is the top country in dairying, and they have achieved that through many years of research and an improvement to reach the system that we try to use today. I'm originally from Argentina, and I found that New Zealand was a really advanced country in many ways. Myself, I came in '98. I love New Zealand, and I love the opportunities that this provide to me and my future family. And we came together, and after the 10 years, we realized our dream of own land. And yeah, we've got 570 cows on the other farm that my wife and myself, we manage that farm as well as being share milkers on this farm. Good for young people to be open and to use that time in their life that you don't have so many attachments to go out of your comfort zone and do something different, meet different people.
I come from Holland, out the place Staphorst. When I was 12, I came on the farm. There I learned from everything what you do on the farm, and yeah, it was a good time. I just want a little bit a different thing to do. It was at home always same school, work, and yeah, I want to have a little bit adventure in my life. Farm size is bigger, and we milk here 1,400 cows. So at home I milked 100 cows. It's easier when you have the cows always outside, so you don't have to feed a lot. You don't have to feed them a lot, and yeah, the cows are in better condition. In my normal work day, I start on 4 o'clock. I make the sheet ready to milk. Then I milk the first herd, and then I go out to the paddocks and shift the road trainers. 1:30. Then you start the shed again up and start milking again. Then we're most finished on 6 o'clock at the day. I like to be a farmer, but in Holland it's not possible because I don't have farmers in my family. When I have to be a farmer in the future, I have to start here. Yeah, you have to work hard, but it's a lot of fun on the farm. And
Lackmore Dairies is part of the Spectrum group of farms in the mid-Canterbury, and it's 401 hectares, and we milk 1,500 cows. Normally we look to have 8 full-time staff labour units, including myself. Yeah, we do bring in seasonal staff as well through the busy periods, which is calving, and yeah, so we do get upwards of 10. I think for us the key driver of our business is grass management, so we do supplement on the shoulders, being spring and autumn, but you can see behind us we've got an irrigator going around, and yeah, we do grow a lot of grass through the summer and late spring months. Yeah, we bring in 800 kgs of dry matter per cow, so yep, we do bring in a lot of feed, but it's on the shoulders of the season as such. Born and raised dairy farmer. Mum and Dad had a 72 hectare farm up in the Waikato, so I was running around a dairy farm at an early age, and probably went away from farming for 2 to 3 years, and yeah, worked in a bank for a couple of years, worked in the outback of Australia and did a bit of an OE, and then yeah, came back to what I knew, which was farming. New Zealand dairying has taken off over recent years, especially in mid-Canterbury. There's been a lot of conversions, so there is a demand for a lot of people to come through and actually fill those positions. You know, farm assistants, herd managers, 2 ICs. There's huge progression opportunities within the industry. You know, good, keen young people coming over and yeah, just getting stuck in and going through the system, much like I have myself. The world is their oyster. I mean, if they're keen and they just come in and go through the natural pathway of, you know, starting off at the ground level and working their way up, you know, and getting experience through all aspects of the business, you know, stock health, grass management, and then obviously your lower order and your contract milking leading into share milking. So there's just huge growth opportunities for good young people. Yeah, I would recommend it. Apart from New Zealand dairying, you're going to get to see another, you know, New Zealand's a fabulous place. So they're going to get scenery that they probably haven't seen before, and along the way you're going to have some fun. I would now like to introduce you to Rob Brawley, Chief Executive Officer of Grow Mid Canterbury, the district's economic development agency, who will outline how important dairy is to the region.
Firstly, it offers opportunities in New Zealand by providing skilled and capable workers for our dairy industry, and secondly it provides opportunities to candidates back in their home countries where they can take the world-renowned New Zealand pastoral dairy farming skills and apply them to grow their industries, especially after 2015 when the European Union removes quotas from European dairy farming.
I would now like to introduce you to His Worship the Mayor, Angus Mackay, who will just say some parting words.
I extend a warm welcome to you all and recommend the New Zealand Dairy Careers Program to you. New Zealand is a wonderful country with an abundance of clean air, clean water, the perfect climate for agriculture, especially dairy farming. The Ashburton district is the fastest growing region in New Zealand with warm and welcoming people. Dairy herd sizes are some of the largest and most productive in the whole of this country.
So what did you make the smart choice and join us on the Dairy Careers Dairy Management Training Program here in New Zealand? Live on top dairy farms, learn from the best and earn some real money.